Sorry, you guys. I think Anri, Jim, you guys are co-hosts. Can you hit record on your side?
It's already recording, Erika. I think Anthony already done that. Thanks, Ant.
You know, where will we be without Anthony Moreland? Let me just tell you, that guy is this weekend. Anthony was on top of everything with all our events, all our functions. And a big shout out. Can we just give a hand clap to Anthony? He is just an amazing servant leader, and we so appreciate you, Ant. So, guys, without further ado, let me introduce you to the couple that will be conducting the training tonight. Man, you know, I just spoke to one of my mentors, and he explained to me the difference between wanting to or having to and choosing to. And I thought that was such a powerful nugget, that you should never say, I want to do this or I have to do this, but rather say, I choose to do this. And I can honestly say, Jimmy and Anri Powell have proven themselves over and over and over again as leaders who choose to lead a certain way. Leaders who choose to step up and train. Leaders who choose to develop themselves and to grow. Leaders who choose to sometimes put their own emotions aside and lead well. And that is a challenge sometimes, right? We work with people and we work with a business that is still in pre-launch. So guys, we want to choose today to acknowledge you. We acknowledge your leadership. We acknowledge your friendship today. And we acknowledge all the beautiful things that will come your way in the future, not only with NewAge RX, but I believe in your life because of who you choose to be. Thank you for being a couple that I can rely on, Tammy can rely on, and that we've just grown to love so very much. We are so grateful for you guys stepping up to the plate and just being willing to serve. So you guys, yes, precious, we choose NewAge too. You're absolutely right. So thank you. Anri, Jimmy, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks so much, Erika, for that amazing introduction. It's such a privilege to be part of this movement. And yeah, we can't wait to share a bit of our thoughts with you tonight.
Yes, I want to also congratulate everyone that's on here. Thank everyone that's on here tonight. We know Monday night is training night, and we want to ask you to bring your pens and notepads. And we're not having any slides tonight. We just want to chat with you all tonight and just really speak from our hearts what multi-level is all about, what, you know, the rumors, the things that we want to see and that we want to, you know, work around multi-level, and we want to just chat with heart. My husband, just to give you a little bit of background, I'm always the hustler and the going into everything and trying new things and jumping on board with new things. And you know, if there's something new coming on board, you know, I was one of those cable networks where you sit and you can buy the things on when it's coming up. I'm one of their biggest supporters, and then I will add everything to my cart and then I will delete it because Jimmy tell me, listen, please delete, we're not buying those things. But since we've joined NewAge 7.5 months ago, our lives have changed. Our whole vision, our whole perspective of what we are busy with changed. And we grew so much into, you know, Erika, thank you for those words, but we grew into that. We grew into by choosing to become those leaders and choose to become people that wants to do this business. And so thank you so much for the amazing introduction for us as well. And yeah, I'm going to start right off because my husband's got a lot to say. He's going to do most of the training tonight, but I want to start off to say, all of us on the Zoom, somewhere in your life, you had to do with multi-level marketing or direct selling or network marketing. Those are a few terms of what we are busy with in this industry. And we're so scared to use those terms because of a few hurting points and bad things that people went through and things that happened. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to an amazing business opportunity if you can see the bigger picture. Now, if I say things like, it's a pleasure, Avroshlein, Justine, all those words. There's multi words that I can use for that. But you will remember when you were a bit smaller, I think some of these words, some of the people on here will not know because you are too young. But when you hear these words, these are things that we grew up with. These are things that our grandparents, our mothers, our fathers did. While we thought they were busy working, they were actually in a network marketing or direct selling business. I remember these big boxes that you got with popcorn in it. And it was like caramel popcorn and like a sweet and sour cheese popcorn and another type of popcorn. And that was this huge buckets that you could buy. And it was multi-level marketing. It was the one person that got it and they started telling other people about this amazing bucket of popcorn, and then you get this popcorn and you just always wanted it. And as a child, you never actually realized that you grew up with multi-level marketing in your house. And we got scared at one stage in multi-level marketing because Jimmy will go a little bit more into it. But once he started coming into this business and being introduced in the marketing or the business side of this business, you might maybe think that this is something that's going to land on your lap. And the next moment, the dollars are going to start pouring into your bank account. And then 2 or 3 or 4 weeks later, you realize it doesn't happen. And then you start telling other people that this business does not work. This is a pyramid scheme. This is a Ponzi scheme. This is a fake. Don't get into it. You will never make money out of that. But that is if you or under a leadership of people that try to reinvent the wheel, where they started and trying to make their own business and try and move away from what we actually got on a silver platter, and trying to do their own thing. And then they start falling off the bus because it doesn't happen. Just to touch on Jimmy will also quickly just talk about it later because that's a passionate part of his. But yes, once you start in this business and you look at the business module, it will kind of look like a pyramid scheme to you. Because yes, there's someone at the top of your organization and people that's trying to fall or starting to fall under your organization into that. But the beauty of this is that's the only place where pyramid fits into this whole sentence. It looks like a pyramid, but it is actually your organization and growth of your organization that's going to start. And Jimmy is going to touch a little bit in his whole training tonight, how you can handle something like that, how you can say to people, that approach you, what is a pyramid scheme and what you actually need to look out for. So grab that pen and paper. Jimmy is going to start with his training. And at the end, if you stay tuned, we will share tonight a little life secret, or it's actually not that little. We think it's the huge life secret, not just in multi-level marketing, but in life overall. So I'm handing over to my amazing, gorgeous husband, who's like absolutely my pillar in life and who jumped on with me, even if he thought at the beginning that, I was just jumping into something else again. But now he's with me into this. And thank you for sharing your knowledge with us tonight.
Yes, you guys, thanks for the opportunity. I'm going to get right down to it. We want to share some education and understanding of network marketing, the type of industry it is. We want to share what this company, specifically why this NewAge RX company will just dominate Africa. And we want to share just some thoughts on why people are successful and others are not. Why are some people successful and others are not successful? And if this is even a legal business to run in Africa. So we want to just touch on that, what network marketing or multi-level marketing or direct selling is all about. So before I start that, I just want to quickly share my little bit of my story. I'm not going to go into detail, but I just want to tell you that I grew up in a home with 2 brothers. I was the middle brother. Well, 2 other brothers. We were three sons in a house. And every night I would look at my dad sitting at the table. He would work for a salary. He would work long hours. And he would sit at the table and he would try to make ends meet. He was working for a salary. And at the end of the money, there was always more month. And he would try to see how he can make things work for us in our home. And I made a silent promise to myself as a young man, as a young boy, that I would not work like that and struggle like that to make ends meet. I'm going to be clever. I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to be self-employed. I'm not going to work for a salary. I'm going to pay salaries. So I decided that that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to study hard. I'm going to be self-employed, and I'm going to make ends meet much easier than my dad would have done. So then, it happened like that. I went and I studied physiotherapy, and I started my own business, and things were great. Things worked very well for me. I made a lot of money, but COVID struck, and my business didn't do so well anymore. And I realized that if I'm not there, then there's no work, then there's no money. So I realized that that is maybe not the ideal business module. So what happened is I got introduced to network marketing, and for one, I was one to say that that's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to do network marketing. There's no ways I'm going to do that. I'm not selling anything. I'm a physiotherapist. I go word of mouth type of thing. I'm not going to sell products to anybody. But as I just opened my mind to listen to this opportunity, I realized that this industry is actually really incredible. I learned a lot about finances in the process. I learned of Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he talks about the cash flow quadrant. He's got a cross, and he's got on the top left corner, he's got the E for employer. He's got the bottom left corner, there's an S for self-employed or specialist or solo business. And then the top right corner, you will have the B for big business owners, entrepreneurs. And then in the bottom right corner, there will be an I for investments. So that is how you can make money in the world today, is either you are in one of those four quadrants. You're either an employer, you're either self-owned business or specialist or solo. You've got a big business, big company, or you're an entrepreneur, or you have investments. Now, I learned that the guys working for a salary, the employers, would be the ones that would at the end of the month, there would be a big crop. At the end of the month, you would get a piece of the harvest. So you work hard and you get paid for it. Those people are the ones that really struggled, like my dad. There was more month than money, and that's not an ideal place to find yourself in. I myself, I'm in the S quadrant, the left bottom corner. I'm self-employed. I've got my own business, but I thought I was a business owner, but I realized that the business actually owns me. So if I don't spend the time there, I don't get the money out of it. So I started working harder and harder to earn more money. I started some new business lines, and I spent even more time. So I had zero time to spend with my family. And that puts you at a very difficult situation. Now, entrepreneurs on the B quadrant, there's franchises. There's an existing business plan. And when I got introduced to network marketing, I realized that beyond any doubt, network marketing falls in the B quadrant, where you've got a set system. You log into a system. The system is already in place. They take care of HR for you. They take care of distribution of your products. They take care of your back office. Everything is in place. So you buy into an existing system that's working, that's creating more dollar millionaires in the world than any other industry. And that's what I realized when I realized that I need to look at this opportunity and network marketing, the magnitude of that. Because I was the one saying that this is a pyramid scheme. I was the one saying that this is a Ponzi scheme. Now, a pyramid scheme, anything in the world is almost any business in the world is a pyramid scheme. If you think about it, there's a CEO, there are managing directors underneath the CEO, any company, any business. Then there are sales managers, regional managers, and sales managers. There are workshop, attendants, whatever the case might be. So everything in life actually is a business, is a pyramid scheme. Everything works. Someone is earning the money, and other people are working for that money. So there's almost no business in the world today that's not a pyramid scheme.
I want to fall in there. Sorry, guys. falling in my husband's soup here. For instance, I was a medical representative for 12 years. We were working 5 to 7,000 kilometers a month, bringing in all the revenues, selling the products for the people, getting that. And you could have worked as hard as you could, or you can work as hard as you can, but you will never earn more as your manager that's right on top of you. That manager, doesn't matter how much his team is creating, he will never earn more than the product manager. And that is how the line goes up. So you're right.
Yeah, that's why everything is a pyramid scheme. Everything in life works according to the pyramid, except network marketing. Because in this business, you pay your own salary. In network marketing or multi-level marketing or direct selling, you're paying your own salary. You determine your own salary. The harder you work, the more money you earn. And that's what makes this concept, this business model, the business model of the 21st century. The biggest investors of all time, Warren Buffett, an American investor, he calls this the network marketing industry. He calls it the business model of the 21st century. So anyone that knows about finances will tell you go into network marketing because that's the way you're going to get money. But it's not easy. Okay, let's get back to what is network marketing. What is multi-level marketing? Now, production companies realized how much money they would spend on advertising, advertising their products on billboards, on television, and they've decided that they're going to redirect that spend to the distributors. Now, we are the distributors. We are distributing the company's products. But don't get me wrong, we're not selling products for a living. That's not what we do. All we need to do is understand the business model so that when you tap into the business model, then you can start creating residual income. So working with a team, putting in the effort, you can start creating residual income and you can start earning asset income. Now at school, people told you, if you want to get rich, you need to have assets. Now assets are things that generates money for you when you are not attending to it specifically, even at night when you sleep. Like a house that you paid off a house, you're renting out the house, and through your monthly rentals, you can start earning a residual or then an asset income. Now, if you do the business right, if you learn the model in network marketing, you will be earning a residual income, and that is very valuable. Now, wealth is not measured. Listen to this, wealth is not measured in the amount of money you have. Wealth is measured in the amount of time that you are able to sustain your standard of living when your primary income is taken away from you. So if you cannot go into your office and do the work that you get paid for, how long will you be able to sustain your standard of living? That is actually wealth. So in this industry, you can start creating that asset income or the residual income so that you can extend your standard of living even when you're not attending hands-on to your business. And that is what makes this industry so incredible. And that is why if you cannot sustain yourself, if you're not going into your office or doing your daily job, or like myself, I've got my own business, if I don't attend to my patients on a daily basis, I'm not getting paid. So if you cannot do that, you need an extra line of income. There's no other way that you can survive today if you don't have that extra income. Yeah, everyone needs that.
Not everyone's got the money to buy a second house or to buy a second townhouse and then start renting it out and start getting actually the money on that. So I think a lot of people don't understand residual income, and that's a very important part of our business to understand, is what is residual income. It's money you make while you're not attending at your place, but it's something that you invest the time and energy in to get it into a place where it starts generating a second line of income for yourself.
Yes, so if you want residual recurring income from an investment, you need 1.35 million rand in your bank. If you want interest of 5,000 rand a month on that investment. So who of us has 1.35 million rand, that's about $100,000 times, who has that kind of money to just put in an investment and just sit back and live off that 5,000 rand recurring income? Now, 5,000 rand doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you have to have an investment of 1.35 million rand to get that kind of residual income. So now, if you look at what network marketing can do for you, suddenly you get a different perspective. on residual income and the potential of this business. In South Africa today, 1 out of every 100 people are able to retire at the end of their working careers. 1 out of every 100 people. The rest of us will have to work until we die. Or when we are too old to work, we'll be dependent on other people to take care of us. We don't want that. We don't want to be those people that drags our families down because they need to take care of us. We want to get involved in this industry. We need to get a next line of income. And within 2 to 5 years, if you do the hard work, if you understand the business model, you can change over from the left side of that cash flow quadrant. 90% of people are on that side, by the way. 90% of people are either employers or self-employed. Only 10% of the world population falls under big businesses and entrepreneurs and investment portfolios. So with this industry, from 2 to 5 years, within 2 to 5 years, you can change from the left quadrant over to the right side. And you can get to a place where you earn residual income, which is, I think, really incredible. If you put in the hard work, I think the point is you're going to work hard in any case. If you're employed or self-employed, whatever you're going to do, you're going to work hard for a living. You're going to have to earn your living. That's the law of nature. That was determined in the Garden of Eden already. In the sweat of your brow, you will earn your bread. So we're going to work hard in any case. You might as well do it in an industry that can give you more freedom of time and space, so that you can go anywhere in the world and do your business internationally, seamlessly, and just reap the rewards of your hard work.
Are you working hard on your dream, actually, then?
Yep.
Yes.
So why NewAge? So, look, if you're going to go into network marketing, you need to be careful what company you choose, because you get good companies, you get bad companies. Just like you get good hairdressers and bad hairdressers, or a good dentist and a bad dentist, or a good physio or a bad physio. You need to take a look at what company you back your money on. And NewAge RX is the company to do that. Why is that? Because we are disruptive by design. NewAge RX will take Africa by storm for many reasons, but I'm going to mention a few now. Firstly, they're going to have a brand new portfolio of products coming to Africa. They're going to have a brand new price point coming into Africa. They're going to have a brand new compensation plan coming into Africa. We are registered on the NASDAQ, and that's, by the way, the reason why it's legal. Because if you want to back money on a company that's registered on the NASDAQ, then you know you're backing onto a good wicket. Because you don't want someone that is a fly-by-night. You don't want a company that cannot produce what they promise. But if your company, if NewAge RX is registered on a NASDAQ, you know you can bet your money on that. So we are legit. We are a legal company. And there's so much more. We're also going to talk about the leadership of this company in a short while. But I just want to say that we're going to be disruptive. And this company, this network marketing company that you're backing your money on, will be the company to do better your financial future. But you know, when you do network marketing, it's not just about financial future. It's not just about having more money to retire with one day. It's really about a personal development program as well. You know, there's so much personal development that takes place if you start to grow into network marketing. The thing that you're going to learn is that it's going to take a lot of hard work. You're going to learn to work hard. You're going to learn to work in a team. You're going to learn to become a leader. You're going to learn that you're going to have discipline to make a success of this. You know, the personal development, I even learned through this to do social media. I mean, I'm not there yet. I'm really slowly learning the ropes, but you learn to operate outside of your comfort zone, which is so important. If you want to grow, the only place that growth takes place is outside of your comfort zone. There's no growth within your comfort zone. So you need to be taken out of your comfort zone to be really in a space where you can grow. And that's why we need to treat this as a business and not as a hobby. You know, the problem or the reason why some people are not successful in network marketing is because they treat this as a hobby. The downside of network marketing, well, actually it's a good side, but the problem sometimes can be that you don't have to invest a lot of money to start this business. In our case, a lot of us on this call here today has enrolled without having to spend any money. The problem with that is now we treat it as a side hobby. We treat it as a sideline business. We don't treat it as though we invested 7 million rand into it. Imagine you had to spend 7 million rand in this business. Imagine you had to spend 7 million rand. How much time and effort would you have put in? Now, that's the reason why people are not successful, because they think it's just a side hobby and they don't invest the time that's needed to spend into a serious business, because this is nothing short of a real serious business.
This is worth 7 million and more.
It's worth more than 7 million. Also, we need to cultivate a mindset. That's why people don't get successful in this industry, is because we learned, as myself, I learned to work for a income, and at the end of the month I get paid my fee. So employers work for a salary. At the end of the month they get paid their salary. I work, I see my patients. At the end of the month I expect a drawing so that I can get my money and take care of my expenses. But entrepreneurs know that you have to discipline for delayed gratification. Now, Heike Berg is a South African that's in another network marketing industry or a company. He put it that way. You have to discipline delayed gratification. And this is why people are not successful, because no farmer reaps the same season that they sow their crops. You can't reap the rewards in the same season. So you sow your crop, and only next season will you be able to reap the results. Every big investor knows that. You have to discipline delayed gratification. And that's also a reason why people are not successful, because we're not patient enough. We're not consistent enough. You know, and there's another thing that happens is people are not successful because it's so easy not to do the easy things. It's so easy not to spend 2 hours tonight or 1 hour tonight on the Zoom and another hour maybe talking to prospects, because nobody demands that of you. You've got your own business. So nobody demands any of your time to invest in this business. So there's no one telling you, hey, what are you doing? You should be working. Why are you not working? You know, when we grow up in a household as a young boy, I got punished a lot when I did something wrong. So there was always someone looking over my shoulder. In primary school, there was a teacher. If I wasn't doing my part on the rugby field, he would go and just take a branch of a tree and he would give me a hiding. You know, there were always consequences. Someone was spurring me on, saying, come on, you have to push, you have to go. But in this industry, in this business, there's no one demanding any of your time. It's up to you. You have to demand that from yourself. And that's why people are not successful, is we need to have the discipline and we need to treat it as a business. So it's easy not to do the easy things. And we need to discipline ourselves to just go out, talk to that person, call that person, put out that post on social media. You know, just attend the Zoom, learn about the industry, learn about the business, start to gain knowledge. You know, there's a myth saying that you need to have money to spend money. It's not true. It's not true. You don't have to need money to spend money, not in this industry. In this industry, there are 3 things that you need. You need to be hungry. You need to understand and need to feel a need to change your financial future, to change the position you find yourself in today. You need to be hungry. That's number 1. Because if you're hungry, you will be spending time with this and you will treat this as a business and you will start to learn about what you need to learn and get the skills and the knowledge to do this business. So be hungry. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to be teachable. If you're not teachable, you're not going to be successful. If you think you've got it all figured out and you're going to do your own thing, you're not going to be successful. You need to be teachable. And thirdly, you need to have discipline. You know, there's so many distractions in life. There's so many things. We'd rather go for a braai. We'd rather do this or that to spend our time with. You need to have the discipline. If you look at successful people, you only see the success. You don't see the hard work that they've put in. You don't see the sacrifices they made. You need to be willing to make the sacrifices. And that's where discipline comes in. So if you're a disciplined type of person, you can do this industry. You can do this business. Anyone can do this business. If you're hungry, if you're teachable, and if you are disciplined, anyone can be successful. The success stories of our company is endless. There are so many people that's taken out of poverty and put into a place of financial freedom through our company. Our company has so many testimonies of that. Tammy is one example of that. She's got a beautiful story about this company saving a life, saving a family. Same with Erika. Same with so many people in this company that our company has taken out of a position where they didn't want to be, where they couldn't continue anymore, and put them on a space where they have financial freedom and can leave a legacy for their families. But if you need to have those things. But the problem also is, not the problem, but in life you get 4 types of people. The first type is the one that is always right. He's always right. You can't teach him anything. That's the one that's not teachable. He's always right. You can't get him to do anything in a different way because his way is the right way. So that's a problem to network marketing, is that kind of person. The second kind of person is the one that's always in his comfort zone. The house would burn down as long as he can be comfortable on the couch, then he's fine. That kind of person is not a good person to do network marketing because you're going to need to get out of your comfort zone. The third kind of person is someone that wants to please everybody. That is a problem. If you're a people pleaser, I have a bit of bad news for you tonight. If you're gonna be feeling rejected when you get a no, you're in for big trouble because people are going to say no. There's an 80-20 principle in business. 80% of people will say no to you. 20% might have a second look. But 80% of people will walk past your shop. If you've got a coffee shop or whatever business you're in, they're going to walk past your shop. They're going to go somewhere else. You cannot feel hurt by people walking by or saying no. If you're going to be the person that wants to please people and be, feel a little bit rejected every time someone says no, you're going to have a hard time in network marketing. It's going to be tough for you. But then the fourth kind of person is the one that wants to win. He wants to go out and he wants to do it. He wants to learn. He wants to do whatever it takes to learn the skills to be successful. That's the kind of person that is successful in network marketing. The one that will go out at any cost and do whatever it takes. Someone told me a story about talking to a big investor, and this guy said, no, he was successful in life, but you need to put an amount of money to your vision. You need to put an amount of money to your vision. And this woman says, okay, but how? Then it's all about the money. He says, no, it's not about the money. It's about the person you need to become to steward that money faithfully. It's about the kind of person you need to grow into to be a faithful steward of getting 500,000 Rand a month. Imagine you get 5 million Rand in your pocket right now. What would you do with that? Will you be equipped to faithfully steward that money? This is what network marketing does, is it grows you into a person that will be a faithful steward of a lot of wealth, because you'll be changing lives and you'll have to be ready for that. And that's the third thing I want to get to, is leadership. It's not the third thing. I think it's a million thing that I'm talking here, but that's the last thing actually I want to get to, is the leadership of this company, of this specific company, through Tammy and Erika and Melton and Brent, and also the guys that invited you tonight and that signed you up in this industry. Leadership is determined by the effort people would go through to walk this journey with you, to get you to where you want to be. Leadership is not about me. Leadership is about you. And in this company, we have the amazing leadership to take you through the paces, to show you the way. And it's very important to be teachable, but listen to the right person. Listen to the right people. Do not go to a mechanic if you have intestinal problems. It's not going to work. you have to listen to the right people. There are people in this industry that knows what they're talking about. It's so important not to talk to another rep that's also just enrolled last week, that has no idea of the industry. It's so important to make contact with the right people, because in this industry, you'll get exposed to such incredible leadership. And you'll go through a process. As you grow into your business, you'll grow into a process of 3 phases. You'll start out to learn. That's your first phase. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to be willing to read. You know, people that are not successful don't want to learn. They don't want to read. They don't want to spend the time. So you're going to have to learn about this industry, the knowledge. You've got to gain the skills and the knowledge to be successful. Then you're going to go out and you're going to perform. That's the second phase. You're going to perform. You're going to go out. You're going to start enrolling people. You're going to do prospecting, and your team is going to grow. And then you'll go into leadership. You'll be in a position where you're going to lead a team. And that's why it's so important to get the right leadership to teach you the ropes, to teach you to get you through the learning curve, the performance, and then to become a leader yourself. Because you're going to be in a position where you're going to have to duplicate and produce leaders in your team. And that's why it's so important that this company's leadership is incredible, and the leadership of this company can take you all the way to success, so that you can become a leader yourself and teach the next generation of leaders. So that's so important. That takes a lot of hard work. We need to understand that tonight, because it takes a lot of hard work. And I think this brings me to the secret.
What we are,
Okay.
what I also think is MLM must change to PDP, Personal Development Program, because everyone of us sitting here are in a position where we are one of those 4 people. We are either in a place where we, don't want to learn anything, we know everything, or you are a person that are in your comfort zone, you don't want to get out of that, or you're a people pleaser, and that's where I'm falling in. I love to please people and just always make sure everyone is happy. Or, you have someone to win, and that's a great place to be. But the other 3, this company will not just go and say, sorry, multi-level marketing is not for you, but PDP is definitely for you, because you are going to grow into becoming the person that is going to change other people's lives and going to let them understand that they can as well grow into becoming a leader and really just duplicate what we have. Guys, you don't have to start your own business here. You have everything. Your products will be delivered. You don't have to get the DHL guy and sign a paper key and get it from the Netherlands at this stage to us. You don't have to get the marketing. You don't have to think on a logo, how your logo is going to look like. You don't have to do the back office. You don't have to get an IT person in to help you set up your back office. Everything is there. You buy into an already existing company. And so that's what excites us a lot, is that you just have to know how to be able to grow into the person you want to become and do duplication.
Yeah.
And from duplication, I'm handing over for multiplication.
Yes, I'm looking at the chat here, and Tammy talks about hard work. Now, is it worth it to work hard in this industry? Let me talk to you about the multiplication factor for a minute. So the COVID pandemic was very dangerous, because at some point it will start out slowly in China, and then at some point it will expand into the world, and everyone will get exposure to it. And it will initially it will be slowly, but in somewhere there will be a tipping point, and the whole world would have been affected if we didn't have lockdown. Now that's the multiplication factor. Now we can apply multiplication to our network marketing business. I want to just explain multiplication to you. I don't have the slideshow. It's on the Facebook page, as Erika had explained last week during the training, Erika and Melton's training. So you can find it on the Facebook page. But multiplication is about a drop of water being put in the middle of a sports stadium, and every minute that drop multiplies itself. So the question is, how much time sitting in the stands of this stadium, how much time do you have to evacuate before the stadium will overflow? That's a multiplication factor. So every minute it duplicates, it takes 45 minutes for the surface to be covered of that sports field. So in that rugby or soccer stadium, the field will take 45 minutes to cover the surface of the field, and the first rows of seats will start getting wet. How long do you guess it will take from there to overflow the stadium completely? They've determined it will take 4 minutes. Within 4 minutes, the stadium the surface will be covered. Within 4 minutes of duplication, the stadium will overflow. Now that's incredible, because that is what multiplication is. It will take some time, and you will have to work hard. You will have to put in the effort, but at some point, there will be the tipping point where your efforts will start to multiply. Your efforts will start to multiply. Sorry, I'm struggling a bit there. Your efforts will start to multiply effortlessly, and your business will grow exponentially. And that's where residual income comes from, that your business will grow while you sleep at night. And that is where you want to be. You don't want to work hard all your life just to be dependent on someone else when you're too old to work. You want to do a business that can multiply itself even while you're asleep. And that's the beauty of network marketing. But just getting back to what we were saying about leadership. Now, we wanted to share, it's hard work. At the end of the day, to get to that 45 minutes will be a lot of hard work. And I think that's where the secret of life comes in now.
Yeah. So guys, we've got the secret of life. So I hope everyone's got a pen. This is it. This is going to change your life forever. I think you missed it.
Must I tell them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Guys, listen here. Here's the secret. Cows does not give milk. Get it? Cows does not give milk. You have to get up at 4 a.m. You have to walk out in the cold to the stall. You have to sit on a little wooden bench. You have to tie the cow's back legs. And you have to get your hands in there. And you have to start pulling those, I don't know what you call it in English, but you have to start and milk that cow with a lot of skill and effort, to go through a lot of trouble. Afterwards, when you fill the bucket, there's a lot of pieces of cow dung and hair and all sorts of stuff in that bucket of milk. You have to take the bucket, you have to put a napkin over a different container, you have to pour it through that to get out all that residue, to get it from the milk. Only then do you have the milk that you can drink. So the secret is, cows does not give milk. You have to work for it. It's the same with network marketing. It doesn't come cheap. It's not free money. You have to work for it. You have to put in the effort. You have to get your hands in there. You have to get up early, or you have to stay up late. But you have to put in the effort to get it done and to be successful. And just about leadership and duplication, there's no better example than leadership and duplication than what Jesus did when he was on earth. I just want to mention that before we go. He came to it and he identified 12 people. He had 12 prospects or recruits, and he said, follow me. That's what he did. He said, follow me. So they did. And when they had 3 years of training, he said, now go out and duplicate. And that's such a good example to me, is that that's what we need to do in this business. We need to show people the way and then teach them to go out and do the same. And this industry is incredible. And you know what else? People don't go look for a network marketing company. They don't go out and think, what company will I join today? It doesn't happen like that. The company find you. You don't go and find the company. So we believe that God has placed us here. He's given us a purpose to live. And we believe that each and every one of you that are involved in this company has a purpose to go and live. We believe that you have a calling on your life. We believe that You have to bring hope, trust, and a plan to the next person. That's why we're so passionate about this, because we believe that this is a calling on your life and that you can change the next person's life. And network marketing is an incredible industry. NewAge RX is the tool to get there. And may this be the journey that you've always dreamed of. And may you be really successful and live the calling of your life through our company. And thank you. That's it from my side.
Yeah, from my side, I just want to say NewAge found us.
Yeah.
And we are glad that NewAge found you. And now we are looking forward to see who you're going to introduce to the company next. So good luck. Really, go out there and let's do this together. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Erika. Back to you.
Thanks, Erika.
Wow, you guys, thank you for such an amazing message. You guys, that was incredible. Can we give it up for Jimmy and Anri? Really well done, you guys. Thanks for that. Cows don't give milk, right? Wow, I wrote that down. That will stay with me forever and ever. Let's just get the truck to pass my house. There we go. You guys, if this topic really interests you and you want to become more knowledgeable on MLM, Gemma and Anri, can I ask you to post the 4 quadrants of Kiyosaki's book on the Facebook group? I think that is such, when you said it, I was like, yeah, we need more of that. If you can just share it on the Facebook group, and also your video, Jim, if you can mark it under announcements so that everybody on here can find it easily. I want to encourage you to go and watch that video on multiplication that Jimmy did. It spoke volumes, and it's just amazing to actually have an analogy that is realistic and that you can follow about the power of multiplication. And then I also want to recommend a gentleman to you by the name of Tim Sales. And you can YouTube Tim Sales. He's got amazing material on MLM. And lastly, I want to recommend our own Robert Allen to you. Robert Allen has a book called Multiple Streams of Income. I'm waiting for my book to arrive in the mail, but Robert Allen is on the boss, on your business operating system. He's the chief mindset officer of RX, and he speaks about different streams of income and how MLM actually can contribute to that. You guys, we had an amazing training today. I want to hand over to Tammy, and I believe she's still on here. Tam, I can't see you on my phone, but I believe you're here. Will you close us out?
I totally will. I am. Hi, everybody. That was just enormous amounts of wisdom, Anri and Jimmy. Like, that's why your entire organization is going to skyrocket. Where we're going to see ourselves in a year from now is going to be so shocking. I've seen it, I've experienced it, and I know the wave that's coming to Africa. I don't even call it a wave, I call it a tsunami. And what we're seeing is going to be absolutely not just informational, it is transformational. Big difference, transforming people's lives. That's what we do with NewAge RX. And so I was just thinking of a quote. I'll close it up with this. You know, I love the phrase hope, trust, and a plan, because that's the way I run my business. And that's what I encourage you to run your business, with offering hope, trust, and a plan. But I also had 2 years where I worked with a man named John Maxwell. And you may know of this incredible many books on leadership. And I spoke with John for 2 years, learned a lot from him. But one of the things that he would always say is that leaders know the way, show the way, and go the way. Wow. And so it's not enough just to know it, and it's not just enough to show it. You have to go. You yourself have to be an example to your team of what that looks like. And, you know, I'm in create and build mode, and I've been doing this for 7 years. And I want to go back to one thing, Jim, that you said is it worth it? Was it work? Yes, it was work. Is it work? Is it worth it that I get residual income every single week, every single day? I would run through a brick wall to create this again, because I know the power of residual income. I know what it does for families. I know how people are changed by it. So thank you so much, everybody. I took notes. I look forward to seeing that video of Jimmy's. And I want to share just one last thing. Tim Sales, who is one of the top network marketers in the world. If you just Google him on YouTube, he was a trainer for all the network marketing, the biggest ones in the world. He was the trainer. And when he decided to jump into this business, do you know what company he chose? NewAge RX. That was the company. And there's even a video on why he chose RX to jump into this business when he had a plethora of other companies and organizations that he was very connected to. He said, and he gives about, I think, about 7 reasons why he chose RX. So find that, do a little research. I don't know, we can probably post that on NewAge Africa Movement for everybody to see. It's short, it's like a 7 to 10 minute video. But if somebody wants to take the initiative to do that, everybody would benefit from it on the team. And so anyway, that's it. Have a beautiful evening, everyone. And we'll see you Thursday on the prospecting Zoom. Let your goal be to have at least 3 people on that Zoom to share the opportunity. June 1st is our target date, and we're praying that it's holding, and we're very excited. It's going to come fast. It's going to come very fast.
And in fact, piggybacking on what you're saying, Tammy, this coming Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, we have a business opportunity Zoom with myself, Tammy, Nick Papas, Jared Brown, and Craig DeBrain. All the top guys on one Zoom. This is the business opportunity Zoom of a lifetime. You want your prospects on there. 8 p.m. SA time this coming Thursday, 12 p.m. Mountain time. The links are already shared on social media, but let me know if you can't find it. I'll forward it to you, but please be on the Zoom. Let's get everybody in front of this amazing team. Take care, you guys, and thanks for joining our training today. Dankie allemaal. Lekker slaapies. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Jim and Anri.